welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is an innovative movie that totally relies on intricate stop-motion animation, and it's simply amazing to watch how much work went into making this beautiful movie. There's always a misconception that many think that Tim Burton directed this movie, but in fact, it's not. This movie is actually directed by Henry Selick, but it is written and produced by Tim Burton. You can definitely tell that there is a Tim Burton-esque undertone throughout the whole movie, from the sculpture design, his go-to reliable Danny Elfman soundtrack, lighting effects, and a quirky yet clever story. The whole movie just screams Tim Burton. Even though he is just the movie's writer and producer, this is by far my favorite of Tim Burton's movies. The movie story follows Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town. After becoming fatigued of routine, he discovers a series of uniquely shaped doors out in the woods that lead to the many towns of different holidays. He becomes intrigued by the door in the shape of a Christmas tree and decides to open it. After discovering Christmas Town, he decides to try out this Christmas thing out for himself. After having Santa Claus kidnapped, he decides he wants to twist Christmas into his own little experiment, and this causes chaos for everyone. There's always a debate on whether this is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. My input on this is that it is technically both, as it carries the best of both worlds. No doubt it does start as a Halloween movie, but it does slowly transition into a Christmas movie. I always love watching this movie during both Halloween and Christmas. So that's settled as far as that goes, and hopefully that ends the confusion for everyone. What I really adore about this movie is the sculpture and character design for all the denizens of both Halloween Town and Christmas Town. Everyone has their own unique design and personality. I couldn't have imagined how hard it would have been to articulate each character for every single frame to give the illusion of motion. On top of that, each character has interchangeable face designs for when the use of a voice actor is needed. The amount of work that went into this movie is nothing but astounding, and it shows. This whole movie took a whopping 3 years to make because of the complexities of stop-motion animation. I'm glad the animators took their beautiful time to make this awesome movie because all their hard work really shines. In this case, you can't rush perfection because this could have gone way out of left field if they were rushed by the film studio. On top of that, we have amazing music and lyrics done by the ever so awesome Danny Elfman, which gives the movie some iconic and extravagant musical numbers for the many different characters. Danny Elfman is actually the singing voice for Jack Skellington and other various characters throughout the movie. Speaking of characters, Catherine O'Hara from Home Alone is the voice actress for Sally, and also Chris Sarandon is the speaking voice for Jack Skellington. You have other tremendous voice acting from also Paul Reubens from the Pee-wee movies, William Hickey, Ken Page, and many more. There's literally bunches of great voice acting in this movie. What is there not to like about this movie? It's beautifully crafted and has a cleverly well-written, entertaining story that keeps you riveted. Can't say how many times I've seen this movie because, honestly, I don't know. What I can say is that I bought the soundtrack across many mediums from cassette tape, CD, digital format, and on vinyl record. My parents can attest that I wore the soundtrack to death during my younger years. When my dad was still alive, we took every opportunity to see this movie when it was re-released in theaters throughout the years. Didn't matter how many times we saw it because we simply enjoyed watching it every single time. The Nightmare Before Christmas remains to this very day as a classic, and I'm hoping that one of these days that Disney will give this movie an ultra high definition restoration that it definitely deserves. Really one of the greatest movies that I have ever seen that's been put out by Disney, and I can never truly get tired of watching it. I give this movie an A+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up with my real reviews.